Hello, darlings. My name is Ariel, and this is part of my journey as a chosen one. And if you know it, you know it. You know what I mean? Um, Terrible beginning of your life, having to do the hard times, healing, releasing, channeling angelic energies. You know the spiel. Uh, Anywho, so I just talk about my day because you know what? There's a lot of channelers out there, and I do channel myself. And sometimes I'm called to use my light language that I have, unlocked and unleashed for a while. And man, life changing. Um, and helped heal myself that way. Sometimes I'm guided to post with my light language different codes from the higher dimensional universe and beautiful angels and things like that. You get it, blah, blah, blah. So, but overall, I really do think that there's some of us out there that have incredible gifts. Oh, I don't like that light. um, Gifts and skills that we are using to create, through this new world that we have channeled and that we live in and that we choose to live in, right? And when we get there is our choice. And what that is basically being ourselves, using our gifts and abilities in the alchemization of our past triumphs as well as traumas into something, creating something so beautiful. And so I just want to share my story throughout the day. So, any hoozly woozlies. Um, this big thing. So, we're in the Lionsgate portal, right? And so, basically, every morning I wake up because everything's going to be amplified, right? Your choices and decisions that your choices and decisions that serve you and that don't serve you, especially Mercury is in retrograde. I hear about that stuff. I don't do astronomy. It's just not really my calling at this moment. And anywho, so what I've been going through is finding now these pieces of, I'm about to venture to Colorado. How it all came up, the money, this place that I'm staying, I'm in San Diego right now. This place that I'm staying at is a really good friend of mine. It's a healing center, which is so great. It's a blessing in itself for me to be able to stay here. And all of a sudden I get this letter in the mail, which pretty much how this company knew I was here, no idea. Gifts, right? Well, it was a company that I worked for, this bartending company, about over like a decade ago, right? And so I was putting money into this 401k through my paycheck. Obviously, I don't work for them anymore. And then bada bing, bada boozlies, I get this letter in the mail the very next, like this, the day after I realized I've always had this calling to go to Colorado in so many more ways than just getting that intuitive hit. I mean, angels have descended literally as humans. If you know, you know. Um, and talked to me about Colorado as well. So I'm finally, and that was like last year, right? And so finally I'm at this place and this point where I guess I've unlocked enough and unleashed enough and released enough and have came to a certain energetic point, and we don't always know where we're at energetically, but it's always what we feel. We never know anything, but we feel it, right? And even when you think you feel it, there's still more that we end up having to do. And that's just been the road of the chosen. It just is what it is. But as long as we keep choosing ourselves, right? In every now moment. So for whatever reason, couldn't tell you the explanation mentally, right? I get this letter in the mail, and then, I figure out a way to take this money out, and it's my Colorado money. I don't know anybody there. I just have a calling to go there. I even woke up one day recently too. I don't remember the timeline of this, whether anyways, I'm going to join the circus. Now, am I going to join something? I don't know. Do I want to do aerial acrobatics? Yes, please. Wobble weezer. Of course I do. It's been a dream. It's been kind of like a vision that I've always had, right? That, I used to produce events around the world decade ago, man, like over a decade ago. And it was awesome. And so I'd always have this imagination filled with all these beautiful things that I wanted to do. And so currently, during this time, the way, we think about the way that we want to live our dreams and things like that. And I just see how I want to dress. Well, I want to dress like a goddess every day, like freaking pink and jasmine, right? Why not? Why not? All glorious and glamorous and like a princess, like a queen, right? Just the way that I choose to. And then this droplet of an idea comes in, and I have no idea where it came from, but obviously. And I look in Colorado Springs, and they just have all those things there. And then the more I talk to the people that are around me about it, the more I get excited for it. And it's so funny how all these random people are telling me that they're going to Colorado, or they just met somebody that's from Colorado and then Colorado this. And I'm like, okay, I get it. I'm doing it. All we can go off of is how we feel about things. And even when I get scared about doing things, I just do it. Because the only thing that's scaring myself is myself. And there's so many times in my life, and I'm sure you understand this, is that you can't make the wrong decision. You just, especially when there's so many signs and synchronicities with this idea, this droplet, this rain droplet from the heavens that come into your energy, your consciousness. And so I'm excited. And if you understand me when I say most people, you can't tell them. They ask, I ran into a really good friend I don't really talk to, but we ran into each other, and I just love hearing about her kids. Anywho, so I'm telling her a little bit about me. It's always weird talking to people about me because we know that they won't understand. Oh, I'm going to Colorado just to see. Okay. But they know I'm going to do it. And they know they're just like, go get them, cowgirl. And so, and it's nice as a reflection and a remembrance that I channel every morning my guides, guardians, angels, my ancestors, the divine source, because it gets me revved up, ready to go, throughout the day to keep my connection. We're already always connected to source. We're always flowing with it, right? More and more. But that's how I choose to start my day. It's the best cup of coffee. And so it's just, so like when I talk to my friend and, as much as they, and others that they're just like, how are you doing this? And what are you going to say? Well, the universe supports me. Well, it does. And that's part of the reason why I'm doing this channel as well, is that it's just kind of a diary of a chosen, because I don't know. I only have the universe to guide me and get me there. And then there's the unknown of how things go about it. And you hear through other channelers, I hear through other channelers on YouTube, because I only follow my instinct, my energy, if I'm called to it. I've become much more discerning on the videos and the things that I input into my energy, right? Because, these choices are portals, right? Which will lead you to the next portal, the next choice, the next avenue on which you choose. And, I've come to learn that the more, videos that I see, that, you find discernment within the videos as well. But immediately once I'm feeling like, even from my favorite channelers, my best channelers that I got, my go-tos, I just turn it off just because it's not for me. And I don't want to sit there completely picking out the raisins that is for me, because I already know inside my heart, I already know what's going on. Now, there are times when I find the messages exactly for me and they just radiate what I've been hearing, what I've been feeling throughout the day. And that is what my toolbox is source in the morning, every day, every time, holding my heart, breathing in, breathing out, channeling the light, and just the light. And what I mean when I say that is by the feeling in my heart, and when I don't know what to do, because at this point in my journey, I don't know what to do sometimes. And I don't want to get stuck in my head. So I've come to learn that I just hold my heart and close my eyes, because there's always Time is an illusion. We know that. Come on. Just to recharge myself. And I just. Yeah. So, you just get filled up. A little source gasolina, And, yeah. And then, I'm just so grateful for everything that I've learned. And then my advice that I've learned today that was given to me was they will always be there for you in the unknown. If you don't know how you're going to acquire certain things, pay for certain things, get things done, you're not supposed to know. You just have to trust. And I do. And when I channel on my own sessions, right? For myself, which I know those of you who understand you do as well. And however you choose to. And those are your personal sessions with Source that flow through you, that ignite you, that guide you. And if you're at the state where you don't know if you're receiving it, you are. Just go out, make a decision. If your decision is just sitting in, like I did yesterday, doing nothing but watching a really awesome show. What is it again? Highway to Heaven. Love it. Doing your nails. Makeup. Makeup, that's what that word was. Then do it. It was a self-care day that brought me to today. That brought me to them saying you should choose you more. And I said, okay, and my human was like, there's all these things, Source and I went through, and they go, what do you want? And then I went through all the things that I wanted, even to the point of next door, there's a beautiful coffee shop. They go, do you know how much light you'll spread to those people that are there in the coffee shop? To even have a mini conversation? Do you know how much that'd ignite them? Without them even knowing, knowing, whatever it is, they're going to have a much better day, whether they acknowledge that your conversation with them or not is the reason why they're having a better day. Either way, they're having a better day because a light just showed up and unlocked light codes within their own DNA, whether they're Castilian or not, whether they're chosen or not. It has nothing to do. We are the lights. We are spreading our codes, our DNA, our crystals, little fairy dust that seeps into the collective and also the human collective, period. And then into Gaia. We're doing our job by just living. And those little moments that I'm learning from are what help propel me forward, right? Getting a coffee, and I'll tell you what, I'm walking down the street because now I got to go down to this beautiful, it's like it's in Ocean Beach, right? And there's a strip called Newport, goes straight to the ocean. There's all these stores, right? And I needed to go there because I just, in my list, I went over with them. Oh, that was too funny. Little things, affirmation. It said whispers from spirit. Anywho's, in my list, there was also, getting the eyeliner, extra stuff. And you know what they taught me was that if these things are the things that ignite me. Oh, go back to the side. These things are the things that ignite me and excite me and that encourage me to move forward in my creations. Like I love art. I love makeup. I haven't worn makeup in a very long time. I did for a while, but anyways, it doesn't matter. It makes me feel spectacular. And right now, worthy. Not worthy of doing this, just worthy in general. That money has always been an issue, not necessarily obtaining, but spending due to past feelings of lack, feelings of, control over it and other different aspects to my journey, right? That I've had to release and let go. And I did a beautiful release today. And I might, if I'm called to talk about it and do a release with light language later. But anywho, these things right now make me feel so grand. And these are just little stories that I'm talking about, just so because this is life, this is human experience. So from the coffee shop, as I'm walking down to Newport, there's coffee shops everywhere, all around, everywhere, right? So I'm walking down the main strip to get to Newport, right? There's this little thing, a little, what is it called? Like a board right outside, an advertising little triangle thing. And it says, if you need a sign, here it is. Coffee. I lit up. On the right track. So, signs and synchronicities. And again, you can't make the wrong decision. Not when you're following your heart, your highest desire, even if it's the smallest things. Because those choices that are true, that you are choosing you, that are igniting you and igniting you, things that you want, ignite you. They ignite you. We've come to a point where things aren't going to ignite us that shouldn't. And if they do, we'll feel it. And even if we choose that choice, we're meant to choose that choice, to choose to realize that that's not the choice we want to make in our future selves. Right. And so we still have, it's a gift for us to choose the alternate direction than what's good for us, essentially. Right. That's not us, our true authentic self and our heart's desire, to choose the alter. So we can learn, because we haven't learned that yet. We haven't learned that small little piece, that small little avenue, that that's not us yet. Right. So I'm so proud of all of us. Yeah. And to use what we have in our arsenal, however we want to create. Like, this is how I choose to create. I love it because this is easy for me. I've done this in other platforms, and then I stopped for a long time, and I was like, why? Then I tried doing it again, and it just wasn't easy, and so I didn't post. And I realized, and I was honest with myself and very trusting, and I had faith that I wasn't supposed to. There were things that I needed to learn for the past, like, let's say 2 months that I haven't done it. I usually post on Instagram. But here I am posting on YouTube, which has always been a desire and a goal of mine. And you know what? It's basically just about doing the same thing, which is talking about how I live life. And it's important because a lot of people go through hard journeys that are going through. Mine now is directed to me and the community and the chosen and those who are just wanting to live a life based on their heart's desire, period. So if that's you and you made it this far, I'm proud of you. Even those who didn't. You know, we think that it's not easy, but it is. And when I don't think that it's easy, I realize that it is after I channel and after I go do things. And then the way that you create is all up to you. This is the way I choose to create right now, right? I write poems, I paint, I'm phenomenal at that. But right now, this is easy and I love it. And I'm channeling what sources channeled me and they channel through me as well, right? So however we choose to do that, and again, when your time is right, my time happened to be right now, right? Because this is the now. So we breathe in our hearts. You are everything you ever need to be. And then some, even things that you cannot see. We are all loved and completely held tight by God, Source, Universe, your angels, guides, ancestors, Spirit. We're held so tightly that we are not falling. We did that, right? And even when I don't know what life's journey is going to bring me, but I know it won't be what I've been through because that's not how. I wasn't choosing my heart. I wasn't choosing me. I wasn't choosing my soul. I wasn't connected as much as I am now, as much as I've been through the training, right? With Source. You can't turn back. You can't go back. And personally, I don't even feel that resonance of the past. I'm a new me. I'm a new me now than I was at the beginning of this video when I pressed record. And that's the same for you. Anyhows, I love you. I love you so much. We're doing great. You're doing great. Just keep going. Keep going. Right there. The perfect you right now. You are. I love you. Check in with you later. Mwah.